The Intel Extreme Masters Katowice 2025 is set to start. I will be providing content for it. I will do the play-ins, I will do analysis, I will look at who I think will be the winners. I will throw out some theories maybe. So if you want to know and you want to talk about it with me, please consider subscribing down below. Because, you know, I love talking about Counter-Strike and I would love to talk to you guys about Counter-Strike. It's been pretty good, like I've got a lot of comments, so thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it, it's been very fun. So please keep them coming. Let's start with the play-ins. It's double elimination, best out of 3, so that's great. Good job on ESL for that. First, we will cover every first match because they're like set in stone, so we can really tell like that's that winner. And then I will look at who will actually qualify to stage 2. And I got a lot of comments that I talk too much, so I'm gonna do very quick fire. So stay tuned, alright? Stay tuned. Liquid versus Heroic. Liquid lost last time against the new Heroic. They lost, so that's very embarrassing. But I think Liquid will have their number this time. They know what they're up against. They know which maps Heroic likes to play. I don't know if there are visa issues again with Tinner or whatever. But I think Liquid will get them this time. So, Liquid first game. Complexity versus Eternal Fire. Sad. I want Complexity to do good, but they will surely lose. So, no, they won't lose. They will get demolished. Alright? 3D Max versus FlyQuest. 3D Max is a solid team. They have solid fundamentals, but they have no star players, and that makes them a perfect gatekeeping top 20 team. And I think a great test for the FlyQuest team, great test for Regali, the new European AWPer for FlyQuest. But I think the solidness of 3D Max will win them out this game. Astralis versus MIBR. As much as I want MIBR to win, well, I want Astralis to lose. I don't think they will have a chance against this. I'm quite sure that Device is just gonna go crazy because, you know, like he was sick the last time and people were very critical that he just like ditched and didn't play the major, which I think is terrible. But I think he wants to prove people wrong that he is still, because people have been talking about him like maybe he should retire because like if you're gonna be sick here and there, like we don't have a team. You are the star player. You can't build on that. So I think Device wants to shut the haters up. Or the, you know, people that dare to think, and he will demolish MIBR. Pain versus Virtus Pro. This game is pretty big because I think Electronics IGL project, because he's the IGL now, gonna be tested here. I think he has to do well. I think, like, I have a lot of, like, this is not like, oh, you just give us 5 months. No. I think this guy should really, you know, show that he's actually a good IGL if he destroys teams left and right, you know. He destroyed Cloud9, he destroyed Virtus Pro. It's allegedly, but Pain is not a bad team, definitely not. And they just added Davideus. I'm quite impressed that I pronounced it correctly. I think actually Pain is gonna win this one, meaning we're already gonna see the first cracks in the Electronic IGL debacle. SAW versus Gamer Legion. This game is surprisingly exciting because both these teams are like on the cutoff of like European invites in the new VRS system. And if you lose, that can be very detrimental to your chances of getting invited for more tournaments. So this game is like huge. Like this can give you a chance. One, it's another a win over someone who is in the VRS points, so it will give you a little bit more points. But it also gives you a chance, of course, to qualify to Katowice, which is massive because that means you will be qualified to other tournaments in the future. But who's gonna win? I think it's going to be Ash's Gamer Legion. I think Ash just knows how to make great teams. And they recently added Rez. And I was an NIP fan. And I wanted Rez to be so good. I was so excited for him. But NIP just couldn't get it out of it. Yes, only in 2017 in Katowice. But, you know, I think it's going to be like this. I think Rez is going to be great in Gamer Legion this year. I think he's actually everybody's gonna be like, oh, Nip, what the fuck are you doing? Please show that everybody your time on Nip doesn't count. Please. Yeah, I think Gamer Legion's gonna win. SAW, they're just falling apart. They lost their 2 biggest stars because they rather prioritize their older players. And I think it was a misplay, but, you know, that's just, maybe there's more things to it, but we'll see. But I think Gamer Legion has this game. Wildcard versus Big. A little sleeper banger in my opinion. I think it could be a very close game. Wildcard has been really showing that they are a team that is on the come up. They did great in the major, relatively to where they came from. and they have been bootcamping in Europe lately, and they've been doing quite well, and they even won a tournament. And I think Big is a perfect team to go up against because they are just fine, you know? Like, Big already debuted with their new... Big already had their debut with their new roster, with Hype and QB, and they were fine. Not bad, but not great. Typical Big fashion, if I have to say so myself. And I think that's a great little test for Wildcard. So I don't expect big things from Big Clan, but I do expect big things from Wildcard. Sorry, that's confusing. Imperial Female versus Furia. Oh, wouldn't I like to see Imperial Female win against Fallen? That will be, that will be the best day of my life. But I really hope Zaz could show and can rile up the females, the males, not the men, but the women. But I fear the best thing we can hope for is one map win against Furia. But so Furia wins. Alright, those were the first matchups. Now we're gonna look at who I think are gonna qualify to Stage 2, which is the official IEM Katowice tournament thingamajig. That's where they join up with FaZe, Spirit, you know, all the likes. First team, Eternal Fire. 100%. They are they are an absolute top 10 team, if not like, you know, maybe they're touching top 5. It's hard. The teams nowadays are so strong. But who is also very strong is Xantares. I think he's finally gonna prove that he is a top 10 player. He always falls out of the HLTV top 20 because he's not playing in too many notable tournaments. But you know, I think everybody knows he's so great. And I think this is the year for Xantares. So yeah, easily Eternal Fires qualify. Second, Astralis, easy group, nothing really special. It would be funny if they falter, but I don't think it will happen. I think Device will do great. I think maybe we could even see some good things from Cadian, but Astralis will definitely qualify. Pain, I genuinely think Pain can qualify for this. They are in a not as amazing group. They're, I think, a top 20 team at least. They maybe have a little honeymoon period with Davideus, so yeah, I say Pain. 4, Wildcard. Maybe I'm expecting a bit too much from them, but I think they are just on the come up. They have the players, they have the IGL in the form of Stanislaw, who's doing great. They have been boot camping here in Europe, and they've been doing great. And there's no stand-in, so everything is like it's a perfect storm for a wildcard victory. Let's just say that. So yeah, wildcard. 5, Heroic. Saw is just gonna keep showing he knows how to build great, strong rosters from nothing, and I think we just have to start liking it. I am a big fan of Saw. I'm gonna make a video about him in the future, so please subscribe if you don't want to miss that one. No, you don't want to miss that one. 6, Gamer Legion. If I'm correct, right? This is the math here. If I'm correct, they will win against Saw. Makes sense. Lose against Virtus Pro or Pain. They could win. Most likely not. Then go against FlyQuest, if I do the math correctly, alright? You will see, we'll see. Who will have beaten MIBR at that point. But I think Gamer Legion will win against FlyQuest. Alright, that's very confusing, but I hope I showed the graphics. Gamer Legion go through. Again, maths. And don't listen too much to this right now, but this is just the notes I have to put down. Like when you're doing a math exam, and you're like, the number is 70. But then the teacher comes in and he says like, well, you have to show how you did it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just saying how I did it, and then later on we can check. All right. So again, the maths are: Virtus Pro will lose to Pain, win against Saw. Oh, makes sense, right? Then they play against 3D Max, who have won against FlyQuest, but have lost to Astralis, and then they go up against Virtus Pro. All right, and they win that. That makes sense, right? Virtus Pro 7th. And then the 8th team that will qualify, Mavs, win versus Heroic, like I said, lose against Eternal Fire, like they should, and go to the lower bracket against Big, who will have to play Imperial Female, and sadly I think Big will also beat Imperial Female, so they will go up against Big, and I think Team Liquid will definitely win that one. So yeah, Liquid is your 8th team. And there you have it, the top 8 teams that are going through the play-ins to the Stage 2 tournaments. If you have any opinions about what I said, if you think I'm wrong about wildcard, which you might think, and if you think my maths are incorrect, which is like, hey, thank you for checking my mast. You don't have to do this. You're not getting paid for it. Please say so. But I think these picks are pretty solid, so I'm gonna give it the Burt Burlington stamp of approval. There's gonna be more videos about the full tournament with some storylines, some interesting things I've noticed. So please subscribe down below, give it a like on this video. I would really appreciate it. But most importantly, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about my shirt. Tell me what you think about my hair. And more importantly, you know, tell me what you think about my picks and about Counter-Strike. Yeah, see you down in the comments, and thank you for watching. And I will see you later in Katowice. Bye.